Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Star Wars X-Wing. As you know, I've been playing through some of the old missions of the campaign just to get me in the mood for dogfighting in an X-Wing fighter for when Squadrons comes out later this month. As a result, you see me fly my X-Wing once again against the Imperials to go and scout out and protect some freighters before the Imps indeed turn up. So here we are in the mission briefing. Ambush of a Imperial supply convoy, going in there light with 2 X-Wings and 2 Y-Wings to keep the TIE fighters away from the Y-Wings, while reinforcements come from the Invincible. It's going to be a complete and utter nightmare, but I've got to destroy those freighters. I'm not going to leave it in the hands of the Y-Wing to do so. I'm going to help out. And what I mean by that is I intend to protect the Y-Wings and shoot the freighters if I can. So let's hear from the Admiral for our briefing.
3 supply freighters are heading for their rendezvous point with the Imperial Star Destroyer Invincible. Three supply freighters are heading for their rendezvous point with the Imperial Star Destroyer Invincible. They are being escorted by a full squadron of TIE fighters and the corvette Ranger. You will draw off the escorts by launching a few torpedoes at the freighters. The Y-Wing strike force will drop into the convoy 1 minute later. Keep the TIE fighters occupied. Stay alert for any reinforcements coming from the Invincible. You must give the Y-Wings enough time.
Right then, let's get on with it. This is going to be tricky because as we go to attack the freighters, TIE fighters are going to come forth. TIE fighters are going to come forth with me and my wingman, and there's 2 Y-Wings that I've got to protect as well. Now, chances are, to get completion on this mission, I've got to destroy the freighters. Now, with the X-Wing, it's fitted with 6 in total photon torpedoes, plus the lasers. Pretty good shields as well, so I'm going to bolster them up, as I've always done, straight off the bat by tuning my laser energy to shields, and then upping my laser recharge rate, which, let's face it, you don't want to get caught with no lasers. Going to fire some photon torpedoes out there, just to try and wear down one of the freighters. That's one out of the equation straight away. Here come the TIE fighters in for a bit of dogfighting, shooting all their green lasery death at me. Now, that's all well and good, right? I've got to stay out the way, I've got to do some shield management, I've got to do some laser management, I've got a wingman so I can issue wingman commands, but I've got to try and thin out this TIE fighter screen that's come from the Imperial Star Destroyer Invincible, so that the Y-Wings can at least start a bombing run, so I can then get in there, if they get destroyed of course, and then start destroying them. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Bit of a tricky mission, this. The TIE fighters as adversaries are starting to, increase in difficulty as we're starting to go through this particular tour. And that's fine. I like a bit of a challenge. I'm not going to moan about a bit of difficult gameplay, especially on a game that's 25 years old. In fact, I think some of the gameplay is, it's going to take an awful lot to beat some of this. So, thinning out the fighter screen. That's not a problem. And then once I get within range of the freighters, it's going to be time to give some laser attention to them as well. If I can get some of the TIE fighters to follow me, some of their friendly fire can work on wearing down some of the hulls on the freighters as well. So, like I say, important stuff. A tricky mission, but not impossible. So, yeah, we're taking out all these TIE fighters. That's great. Got my dual-linked lasers on the go. Another freight has been destroyed. Great, that should leave, I think, about one freighter. More TIE fighters being destroyed by our wingmen. We're just going to keep picking these off while we can. And again, more reinforcements are going to come from the Invincible. And that Imperial Star Destroyer is just out of range. And we can't really go attacking that, let's face it. In one X-Wing, we wouldn't last very long at all. Plus, it sort of tries to prevent you doing that by giving you a time limit for the missions as well. So, TIE Interceptors are going to be on my case now. They're much faster. They're going to close the gap from the Invincible to my position. So, time to put the pedal down and get ourselves over to that freighter so I can give it the lasers and we can get out of dodge. So, we're eating up the distance between now. Got a TIE fighter behind me. A little bit of evasive maneuvers, which means wiggle the joystick around so no one can shoot me. There we go. Yeah, have that. And it's surprising, you know, with the modern day joysticks, like the Satec X52 joystick that I play Elite Dangerous with, how responsive it is to a game like this, as opposed to the old, you know, analog joysticks that used to be around, like the Quick Shot and the Kempson joystick, the Quick Shot Pro and the Kempson joystick, and even, you know, in some respects, the Microsoft Flight Stick that was around. So there you go, I'm in laser range. You have to do a couple of passes at this freighter. Those dual-linked lasers. I'm being shot. I'm putting my reflector shields to double rear. Another pass now. That's freighter Juno 2. The last remaining freighter. If I can just destroy this, I can hyperspace out of here, because that's it, effectively done. Even out some shields. Swing around. A few more shots at the freighter. It's carrying foodstuffs. The identification has finally come in. Now we're lining up for another attack run. Shields are down. So if you like what you've been seeing so far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also that notification icon. Lots of gameplay coming from different games recently. Got some Elite Dangerous reposts coming on of some of my better videos. Plus there's going to be some X-Wing, and I've also bought a VR helmet. So I'm going to be starting to get into some VR gaming as well. Such as it is. Of course, we're all buying it for squadrons, let's face it. So I've quad-linked my lasers now. Hopefully that'll, when I get round to getting to this freighter, give me a little bit more of an advantage. Shields are down, hull damage. Freighter Juno number 2 has been destroyed. You couldn't just rely on the Y-Wings to do it, because they've gone. I think that's it. Mission accomplished. There you go. H for hyperspace to head home back to the Rebel cruiser, the Defiance, and then on to the next mission. I wouldn't say it was easy. There were casualties. You can't protect everyone. And it's all about the mission. That's how I say. We got a quick look at the stats. Yeah, I killed loads of spacecraft, 7 out of 8. And I lost the Y-Wings and the X-Wing. But thanks very much for watching. That's been Mission 5 of Tour 1 of Star Wars X-Wing. Hope you stick with me for some more episodes. See you soon and stay safe.